Hey, what's going on, guys? It's been a little while. I'm Austin Ford Games. I was very excited to eventually get the chance to make this video because I've been waiting with bated breath for the next update to Marathon. And what we got today is this developer vlog that you're seeing in the background here. I apologize first and foremost for the quality of this video. I just got my little setup going again. Besides the point, we're here to talk about Marathon and what we learned today from Joe Ziegler, the game director on Marathon over at Bungie. And unfortunately, as excited as I was because, okay, cool, we're getting a dev update. Okay, cool, we got two new pieces of concept art for two new runners called Thief and Stealth. I am overall largely disappointed with the medium that they chose to do this with. The last time we heard anything about this game, they told us that it was going to be gameplay that would be seen next. Unfortunately, that's just not the case. We get this like 10-minute, not quite 10-minute long dev update, and it feels very much so inspired by Joe Blackburn's old Destiny 2 game director vlogs that he did for a very short bit before he left the studio, leading up to the final shape. I feel like Bungie saw that and was like, hey, that worked well. That earned us a lot of goodwill with the Destiny community. I think that the difference between that and this is, unfortunately, we have not seen the game yet. We knew that the game was still in development, right? There are Marathon developers from Bungie that are on Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it, Blue Sky, every day talking about how excited they are about what they're working on. We knew because content creators have regularly gone out over the last year to playtest the game. We know of at least two. One was here recently, about a month ago. There was another one shortly after the game was revealed last year, where players got to go out and test out the game. And back then it was a lot of extraction shooter content creators. This most recent time it seemed like a really good mix of content creators from Destiny and from games like the Hunt Showdown and Tarkov and things like that. So it seems like they're starting to get more and more, and that's one of the things that Joe talks about in this dev update, is that they are planning on expanding those playtests to being more publicly available. And one of the ways Joe says that you can make sure that you get to participate in those is if you go and wishlist the game on your platform of choice. As of me recording this video, the wishlist page is up both on Steam and on PSN. It is not currently up on Xbox, but they did tweet out that they are working on getting that working. This is unfortunately a nothing burger of a video. I'm going to try to keep my video no longer than he keeps his, because there's not a lot to talk about. The two runners that Joe shows off, the Thief and the Stealth, are interesting. I know that this game isn't going to be a hero shooter, extraction shooter, but it is pulling inspiration from like hero shooters. I like the idea that you have your sort of like what Destiny Rising is doing weirdly, right? Where you have your character with their abilities, and then whatever weapons you go and pick up while you're out looting, those things, those pickups, those power-ups, those things will enhance gameplay beyond just like the core subset of abilities that your runner has. I'm still very excited about this game. I am very disappointed with this developer update. It was really cool getting to see, right before this went live, getting to see a bunch of the devs on Twitter post the little worm emoji that the Marathon account posted initially. It was very funny. Like, there's some good laughs going on over there. Unfortunately, this doesn't earn any goodwill with me, but I am typically a positive person when it comes to things like this anyway. This didn't hurt my opinion of the game. I was just really disappointed that we didn't get to really see anything beyond concept art. You can see in the corner down here below where my face is right now, the new logo for Marathon. And if we go to the Bungie page, you can take a look at it. Let's see. If we go to the straight up Bungie page, look, they replaced the logo on here with the new Marathon logo, which is cool and all, but there's not even a press release for this, right? Like, there's nothing to go off of except for the concept art here, and that's cool and all, right? Like, that's great. None of this has changed, just the logo and this image. This is Thief, by the way, and Joe does hint at like the name, the project names, the temporary placeholder names for these runners are meant to give you an idea as to how they'll play. I really like Thief. Thief looks interesting. The one that I'm the most excited about is the one that's not on this website right now. And if we go to their press page, there is nothing about the fact that they put this out today. I am going to pull up Twitter real quick and see if I can't find that for us really, really quickly, because I'm baffled at the decision here to not include some of this in the initial marketing push. Yeah, so here we are on Twitter. They still have the original teaser pinned. This is from 18 months ago, guys. It's been a year and a half, and this is the first time that we've really gotten to see anything new from the game. But even here, like, we don't get to see the cool new character. If I go to, like, Marathon Bulletin here on Twitter, let's see, where are they? Or Marathon Tracker should have posted some of this today. Let's see. Nope, nothing yet. And see, like, this is the problem, is, like, there's so little going on right now in the conversations with these games. Like, look at how cool this is. This screams a really cool mix between, like, Halo and Destiny to me. I love active camo in Halo, right? Like, if you play Halo, you've used active camo before, you've used invis. This looks super cool. If this character has the ability to go invisible on the battlefield in a typical extraction shooter game mode, then that rules. Other than this, guys, like, there's nothing new to talk about. Joe does nothing more than to confirm, yeah, we're still working on the game. We promise. Hopefully, going into 2025 and beyond, which I think is an interesting choice of words, but he says going into 2025 and beyond, we're excited for players to get their hands on it. Makes me feel like whatever rumored or confirmed release date, you know, that they had being 2025, it has probably been pushed. There is still no information on pricing or microtransactions. We really don't get to learn a whole lot about the modes. We knew it was going to be a PvPvE extraction shooter. Unfortunately, there's no new info in here besides the 2 new runners. They're still working on the game. They're still hoping that eventually we'll get to play it. And, you know, right now, if I had to place a bet or say what I hope, because you never know. I really thought that we would have seen gameplay for this at E3 this year, back in June, July, and that didn't happen. If I was a betting man, I'd say look for gameplay at the Game Awards. This feels like a good way to put it back in the minds of people that are, like, interested in what this could be. We might get a gameplay trailer at the Game Awards. I'm not going to hold my breath about it. I just wouldn't be surprised if it happened. If we don't get anything at the Game Awards, then I wouldn't anticipate seeing anything else from this game or from this team until March at the earliest. This feels very much so like, hey, it's been a little too long since we've talked about the game. We have to let players know that we are still here, we are still working on it, this, that, and the other. Guys, I've definitely rambled on, and I know that I'm getting close to that time cutoff that Joe here hit. You know, like I said, 9.5 minutes long, nothing crazy, no new information really. If you're excited about this game, please let me know. Tell me in the comments how you felt about Joe's developer update here. Let me know what you thought about the 2 new runners that we saw. What are you hoping to see next? Obviously gameplay, but what from the game are you hoping to see when they first finally show it to us? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Be safe, have fun. I love you. Until next time, adios.